Hello everyone, welcome back. Severed is here, coming back with part 4 of What If Deku Was a Waterbender. Now, where we last left off, Izuku has gone into the, what they call it, the quirk apprehension test in UA, and after that, he just starts going into the forest to meet with his master. Bakugo meeting with him because he was following him around. Izuku promised him to tell him about his quirk in the future, but of course this is a lie. In the end, Izuku go inside the hideout, seeing the Equalers, as his master Amant called them, and meets with someone else there, which is a girl that looking like this. And the girl introduced herself to be Luca, which is I'm gonna change it and I'm gonna call her Luna instead, because last time I just took that name out of my head all of the sudden. It was the first thing that come into my head, but right now her name is Luna, alright? As Izuku just talking with Luna a little bit, and Amon said, Midoriya, can I have you here? As Izuku closing his notebook and said, Oh, yes, Sensei. Sorry, Luna, I need to go. Oh, it's alright, Izuku. There's no problem. As after that, Izuku just go into his master, and Amon said, Well, are you having fun with your new friend? Yeah, she having a great quirk. Reflection is such a very unique one indeed. So, what do you want from me, Sensei? Well, Midoriya, I want you to come with me tonight. Tonight we will gonna do an attack on a hero agency, one of the top 10. So I will gonna need you to come with me to show the world what we can do. Alright, Sensei, of course I'm gonna come with you. Just let me take my mask and my thing. And Luna will gonna go with you too, and I have another one that will gonna join your little team. As Izuku said, Oh, really? Who's that person is? As after that, Amon, what they call it, just move into the side, revealing a kid that looking like this. As Izuku said, Wait, I know you. You are O'Neill, right? Yeah, and you are Izuku, Midoriya. I remember you. You're really such an annoying thing in my life. But anyways, I'm kinda happy to be with you on the same side this time. As Izuku said in his mind, this kid is talking weird. What? He's talking like he know me, but I really never know him. Don't let me guess. You thinking in your head that how I know you, and where did I met you before, and how do I talk like I know you very well? Well, the truth need to be said. I know you very, very well, more than you even know yourself. In fact, I even wonder if you know yourself right now, being played like a little piece on the board, moving around in the way that they wanted you to move in. You're such a weakling. Every time you're just a loser. And I really, really want to kill you, but the thing is, every time I do, it will just gonna begin from the start. Things like this is really can make someone go mad, you know? Being the only one that he's able to look through the walls, to look through that window that is just one-sided window, to look behind the curtain, or to drink from the water that no one other can drink from. It's really something annoying, you know. I died 3 times because of you. And as Aman said, Alright, that's enough, O'Neill. I got you here to help Midoriya. And you even come to here to help us, not to talk with my successor in this way. So, I would wish from you to stop acting like this, understand? Alright, boss. Well, I think we're working on the same side. Izuku, bro. Izu bro. As Izuku said, alright, as he just shaking O'Neill's hand and said, oh, yeah, you're made out of metal? Yeah, I'm kinda half a robot. Thanks to an old friend. Anyways, who is the other person in your team? As Izuku just introducing Luna, and after that, Aman said, well, everyone, as he stands in the middle of the hideout and all the equalers and everyone is just looking at him. Izuku wearing his black hoodie jacket and wearing his white mask with the two blue lines, and he said, all right, equalers, tonight we will gonna do our first hit, and we will gonna attack the number 4 hero, which also named as Best Genus. We should defeat him and delete his quirk forever in front of the whole city to prove to them that heroes are need to be treated like others, need to be equal to everyone else walking down the street. And tonight we will gonna do our revolution, and we will gonna prove that we are the people that will gonna start the revolution for the future, for a future where everyone is equal. As everyone starts screaming on top of their lungs, and Amal said, Midoriya, you and your strike team, that, of course, Izuku team is O'Neil and Luna, and of course himself. Luna villain name will be, of course, what they call it. Let me just say, not. Let her go with her, quirk name, just like Overhaul. She will gonna be called Reflection, while Izuku is, of course, Suffocate, and O'Neil will just gonna go with Black Storm, and that's their names. As Aman said, you will gonna take a couple of the equalers to help you, Midoriya. You will gonna have to go inside the building and turning off the safe, what they call it, the the security system, so we can come from the in front door and capture, of course, none other than Best Genus. And after that, we will gonna end him and take him off the list of the heroes. As Izuku agreeing to that, and after that, everyone start doing their work. In the middle of the night, Izuku are standing on top of the building with O'Neil and Luna, with a couple of other equalers behind of him, as he here in his earpiece, his sensei said, all right, Midoriya, start your own start your part of the plan. The equalers will gonna do some chaos in front of the agency, so the heroes will gonna come out, so you can go inside and turn off the security system. Yes, sensei, I'm gonna do that. And after that, he just closing the earpiece. Oman starting the first part of the plan, which is doing some chaos. His equalers start to break some glass in the street, stopping some cars and things like that, but they are not stealing anything or killing anyone, because after that is the heroes start coming out of of course, the agency, which is a couple of sidekicks of none other than Best Genus. Izuku jumping down with everyone else, and after that, Izuku said, alright, let's start the plan. Alright, Reflection, which is of course Luna. Yes, Izuku? I mean, I forgot your name, Izuku. What was it? Oh, yeah, of course, Suffocate. Alright, Suffocate, what's the plan? As Izuku said, can you help us to go inside by any way? Well, I kinda able to. This is another part of my quirk. I can go through, of course, mirrors, but I will gonna have to know where that mirror is. And I don't really know where's the mirrors inside this building, so I can't do that, sorry. Alright. O'Neil, what's your quirk? Oh, my quirk? I kinda have to, or technically not. It's just my robotic parts. My main quirk is basically corrupted touch. I have a black blood in my veins that is able to control someone by just touching their heads or just throwing it on someone. When I do that, I'm will gonna have complete control of over that person, and I will be also able to use his quirk because a part of me is inside his body. This effect will gonna last only for 1 hour. Normally, I just use it in my hands since my robotic parts are more than my blood veins inside my body, which is technically ruined my quirk. Now I only able to touch their heads and control them. I can't use their quirks anymore. But I able to use some sort of energy power inside my chest, which is an infinite amount of energy, and shoot it out of my hands and do some builds with it, like walls and things like that. Normally I go with baseball bats, but that's only me. As Izuku said, alright. So, can you build a little thing so, like a little camera? Oh, I have one right here. As O'Neill just taken a camera out of his, of course, jacket, which is a little bug with a camera on it. As Izuku said, great. Now, can we see through this? Can this little bug go inside and show us where's the nearest mirror is? As O'Neill said, all right. As the little bugs start to fly, and O'Neill just showing everyone a little, of course, screen, and in the end he saw the nearest mirror inside Best Genius agency, because of course Best Genius is really all about fashion. Of course he will gonna have some sort of mirror somewhere or somewhere else. As Izuku said, there, reflection, it's your turn. As of course Luna immediately uh, put her hand on the wall and turning the air on the wall into a solid, turning it into like a glass and into a mirror. As after that, she just got her head through the mirror, trying to see left and right, seeing if there is anyone else. She looked behind into the guys after taking her head out of the mirror and said, "Clear, come on, go after me. It will gonna work like a portal. You only have to go inside." As she just go through the mirror and everyone following her, including the equalers. In the end, Izuku said, "Great job, O'Neill." "Yeah, great job. Anyways, let's just do our plan." And immediately after that, a couple of sidekicks of course, um, Best Genius come and said, "Hey, what are these?" As immediately the equalers, without even waiting for Izuku command, jumping on the, of course, the sidekicks and start using some sort of technique that Aman taught them, which is giving them the ability to make someone unable to use his quirk for a short period of time. Technically 3 minutes or 5 if they very, very talented on it. As they do that, and in the end, they managed to knock them off before they even used their quirks because they already, deleted them temporarily. Not temporarily, for a short period of time. As Izuku said, "Wow, so that's the technique my sensei was talking about, huh?" As one of the equalers said, "Yes, the boss taught us this technique that's giving us the ability to delete someone quirks for a short period of time. Alright, boss, what is the next mission? Suffocate?" As Izuku, or suffocate, said, just like the master said, "We need to turn off this security system." As Izuku saying, start looking through the maps that, of course, Aman gave him. He had a couple of equalers just watching the place before attacking it. So Izuku know exactly where is the safety room or something like that is. And he said, "Into the third floor, come on." And while that happening, the equalers outside of the building doing some chaos. Oman didn't show himself yet. In the end, Izuku finally got into the third floor after a couple of fights with a couple of sidekicks, which weren't very problem for him. In the end, they finally got into the third floor, and Izuku, seeing the little of course, the cameras room and the security room, as he said, now all what we need to do, please let me do this, as O'Neill just pushed Izuku into the side and put his hand on the computer. As after that, a purple light engulfing his hand and engulfing the computers, which just start hacking into it. And Izuku said, "Huh, hacking, great." And in the end, O'Neill turning all the safety, all the lights off, and turning on the extra energy lights, the red lights that is working when the power go off or something like that, turning all the cameras off and every other kind of safety, security measures that, of course, best genius put on his building. In the end, Amon seeing this from outside, he said, "Great job, Midoriya. Now, let's go inside." As Amon just jumped down and started walking into the main door while the Equalar is just defending him and his hands behind his back. In the end, Izuku gone into the 5th floor and meet with Best Genius. As Best Genius said, "So, you are the person that was attacking my agency, huh? Sorry, but I'll have to stop you there." As Izuku said, "Alright then, show us what you can do." And immediately after that, Best Genius trying to control Izuku and everyone else's clothes, but it didn't work, as he said, "What?" As Izuku said, "Sorry, but my master know about your quirk. We will not gonna get affected by it. This is a very special kind of course, clothes are made out of a very special material that you can't control it." As Best Gina said, "Well then I'm gonna have to go with an old-fashioned way." As after that, Best Gina shooting a couple of strings everywhere, making like a spider web. After that, he captured a couple of the equalers of Izuku, while Reflection and Black Storm, or do you want to change O'Neill name? I mean, guys, or even O'Neill, the real O'Neill. If you're watching this video, give me a name for your character in the what if, because I kinda, don't know about names. I kinda bad. I kinda sucks on the names, if you already don't know. As just tell me if you want a name, or choose a name by yourself, or do you want me to just continue going with the Black Storm? In the end, Izuku after that, he just go through of course, the strings by using water and just cutting through it creating like a knife of ice and just cutting through the strings. Mirror just making hardening the air in front of her, making like a mirror and building another mirror a little bit away, which giving her a portal, as she just portal go right through the portal and dodge the strings of course, Best Genius. O'Neill just literally explode himself with energy, or increase the temperature of his metal by increasing the heat of the energy inside his body to just melt the strings and burn them. As Izuku after that jumping on Best Genius with a solid ice punch, but Best Genius immediately dodging this into the left and wrap his strings around Izuku's leg, and after that smash him into the ground. Reflection immediately going in front of Best Genius. Best Genius throwing his strings on her. She immediately made a mirror in front of her, making Best Genius throw his attack on himself, wrapping himself in strings. After that, O'Neill immediately jumped after him and using a purple energy baseball bat, hit Best Genius in his stomach, throwing him on the wall. Izuku just jump and immediately taking a water of bottle and cover Best Genius with the water and turn it into ice as he capture him. And after that, he just pump fist with the two others, saying, "Good work, everyone." And after that, the Equaler said, "Boss, are you gonna?" As Izuku said, "Of course." As Izuku and O'Neill just burned the strings around the equalers, so they got free, as Breast Genus can't use his quirk anymore because one thing. Because, of course, Reflection or the Luna just made a couple of mirrors around Best Genus, so if he used his quirk, he will just gonna hit himself. That even if he managed to use it in the first place. As after that, Oman come from the in front door and said, "Ah, good job, Suffocate. I knew that you were not gonna disappoint me." As Izuku said, "Sensei," as he just bowed in front of him, and O'Neill said, "Stop bowing and acting like a little dog for your master." As Izuku said, "Shut up, O'Neill. At least I'm not an emo kid with a black eye." As O'Neill said, "Emo? You calling me an emo? If you only understand." What are you talking about, in the fuck's sake? Alright. Strike team. Let me see what's wrong with Best Genus here. As Best Genus looking up on Aman that right now holding his head and said, "You are Best Genus. You are one of the most fashion heroes, as the people call you. You have kinda not used your quirk in the right way, you know? Always just going around showing yourself like you are better than everyone else. Showing that the fashion and your style is the best thing, not being a hero and saving the others. You're not acting like any other person. You thinking yourself higher than everyone, just because you can control the string, their clothes or something like that, huh? Well, it's time to make you feel how it will be to be on the other side of things, to be the one that has been treated differently, to be like everyone else." As Best Jeanist trying to move, but immediately after that, the Equalers putting a quirk cancelling device around his neck because Izuku covering was the rest of his body, and immediately Aman telling Izuku to help him get down faster, as Izuku making a platform out of water, holding himself, and O'Neill, while Reflection just making a mirror going down into the street, and of course the Equalers just throwing their um, ropes and around the building and just start going down with the ropes, as Izuku going down with Best Genus and O'Neill and of course Amon, and the helicopters start to watch this, just taking a photo of what's happening right now, as Amon looking up on the cameras and said, "My name is Amon, and we are the Equalers. For so long, the heroes and the people, they were always acting like they are better than everyone else, has been living for so long. But now we are the solution. Me and my successor, Suffocate. We will be the new hope for this world. We will gonna make a new society where everyone treated equally. Now, join us to join us today. Join the Equalers. I've been given an ability to take the power of others, to be able to make someone feel the other person how he feels, to make him equal to someone without a quirk. And now I'm gonna show you. Now, as he just taken the quirk cancelling device off of the neck of Best Genus and putting his hand on his head, deleting Best Genus quirk forever, as he said, "Alright, Suffocate," as Izuku just destroying the ice and Best Genus getting free, and after that he throw his strings on, of course, Amon, but before they finally managed to wrap around him, they just fall on the ground like nothing, as Best Genus said, "What?" as he throw more strings, but he can't control his strings anymore, as he said, "What's happened to me? What did you..." This is what I mean by equaling things. Now Best Genus is like any other person without power in the world, any other person that has been treated differently just because he doesn't have any kind of power to use. Now, we are the equalers, and we will gonna make the change. The revolution will gonna start as everyone just raising their hands up in the air, and this is on live television. After that, of course, Aman said reflection, make for us. As reflection just nodding her head and making a and hardening the air around her so much, making a very big mirror, as she already know where is the place of the hideout, so she can like make a portal. In the end, Aman and everyone else just going through the portal, and including the other equalers. And this one gonna leave it off, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me what do you think about this part, and what do you think will gonna happen in the next part. Well, I have nothing more to say than Severed was here.